field just about set for the Bud Light purse. Now they are in the gate. And runners away. Good start at the inside for Made to Impact, who rushes to the front. Twitching is in pursuit there. Playa Luna is prompted on towards the outside. Majorical's in the early hunt as well. Span of two. Racing back of that comes Eileen and Parade of Dreams. Around the far turn they go. Strides apart now at the inside. Made to Impact is just in front, and from the outside, Majorical is there. Twitching splits the pair. They're three in a line up front as they round the turn and race for home. Twitching from between horses. Made to Impact digs in at the rail. Majorical from the outside, still trying to cut into the margin, and coming on now with every stride is Majorical from the outside, but Made to Impact continues on. Made to Impact wins the opener. Majorical was second, Eileen third, followed by Twitching. Then we go back to Playa Luna and the Parade of Dreams. They stop the clock in 59 and 33 100ths collected. And he looks to be that today as he steps right in. There in the gate. And runners away. Steadied at the start. Whiskey then Wine. Good start from between horses for Yeti Lou to go straight to the front. From the outside, Calm Cool Collected's in the early chase. Moving through along the rail, Little to No Money, Sir Argento right there with that one as they continue to hustle for the far turn. Creative Union just back of that set. Then we'll drop back three to Whiskey Then Wine, just over 3/8 of a mile away as they take it to the far turn. Yeti Loot strides away to lead it by a length and a half. Calm, Cool, and Collected up to the outside of that with Sir Argento at the rail racing third. We drop back a length to Creative Union next. As they've a quarter mile to go, they run to the top of the stretch. Yeti Loot comes off the turn, 2.5 clear of Calm, Cool, and Collected. Sir Argento's back third, and they have 200 yards to go. And Yeti Loot's drawing away now. Kevin Krieger, Yeti Loot pulling away to win it. Yeti Loot clear 5 at the end. Calm, Cool, and Collected second best. Sir Argento followed that to Little to No Money, Creative Union, and Whiskey Then Wine. Running time on the board, a fast minute 8 and 38 100ths. Kevin Orozco. Go right in. All in the gate. And runners away. Fast start for Count Dahlia from the outside, who surges to the front. Picking up the chase is Tiz Dynamic right there. Prompted on is One Fill. 3-putt moving through at the inside as they hustle for the far turn. Stratojet directly back of that 4 off the leader. Break of 2.5. Autofocus Harbor Buddy follows next. Desert Surprise on the outside, third last. Then we go to Another Lifer and Haka at the tail. Into the far turn, 3/8 of a mile away. And Count Dahlia's led it from gates opening. She's pushed by One Fill now from the outside. 3-putt has been right there, a threatening presence every step of the way, a quarter mile to go. They run to the top of the stretch. Opening at the inside for 3-putt. They kick off the turn and run for home. 3-putt surging to the front now as they straighten way for the final furlong. Autofocus launching a late bid. Back to Count Dahlia, but out front it's 3-putt and Kevin Krieger. 3-putt home in front to win it. Autofocus second. Haka jumps in third from Harbor Buddy. Count Dahlia from between horses. Another Lifer. One Fill followed that to Tiz Dynamic. Settling back of that, Stratojet and Desert Surprise. They stop the clock in a minute 9 and 79 100ths. Mark Gibson will send them on their journey. And runners away. It was a good start for the Black Strat at the inside. YVR wastes no time and darts quickly out to grab that early lead as they make way round the Mount Rainier turn, and it's YVR to set sail out front. The Black Strat is right behind, tracking in second. Up along the outside, Cane Creek Road is running on next. As they head up for the backstretch run, YVR just in front the Black Strat. Those two move out together. Then we go back to Whiskey Harbor racing next. Up along the outside, Cane Creek Road mid-pack. Moving through, back to Liberty is at the rail. Then we go back to Julian and Paris from fourth last. A length and a half more to Street Bender. Running on from the inside as they take it to the far turn. Benny Buckets directly back of that. They have just over 3/8 of a mile to go. YVR takes them into the turn 3/8 of a mile away. The Black Strat continues to chase. Moving up is on the outside, back to Liberty now on the go. And Julian in Paris is called upon and begins to stir with a quarter mile to go. It's YVR. Back to Liberty. Julian in Paris gearing up from the outside as they round the turn and race for home. YVR digs in. Here comes Julian in Paris. Middle of the racetrack to grab the lead. An elite charge by Street Fender up on the grandstand side, and Street Fender goes racing to the front. It's Street Fender to win it. Julian and Paris edged into second. Benny Buckets rushing into third. Back to Liberty to My Vino. YVR next, the Black Strat, Whiskey Harbor, and Cane Creek Road. Running time for the mile, 1:37 and 24 1/100ths. Post. Goes in. And runners away. Adios Jojo wastes no time, goes right to the front. Creative Home to run with the leader now from the outside as they make way to the Mount Rainier turn. And the leader is Creative Home, who takes over up front by a length and a quarter. Adios Jojo settles into second by a length. From between horses comes Seas of Normandy. Jimmy B's in the early chase. Veritas Aquitas up from the outside. Jintong 5 away and Atmospheric Rivers at the tail. They head up the backstretch, 5/8 of a mile to go. And Creative Home goes on to set the tempo here by 2. Tracked on the inside by Adios Jojo with Seas of Normandy. Racing a tightly knit third by 2. Then we drop back to Atmospheric River now gaining. Veritas Aquitas up to the outside of that one. Beginning to pick up room now. Back of that is Jintong and still 4 to Jimmy B, and they take it around the turn. Creative Home continues to lead it by a length and a quarter. Up on the outside, Seas of Normandy is right behind. Adios Jojo as well as they come to the top of the stretch and turn for home. Creative Home at the inside. There goes Adios Jojo on the attack now as they take it to the final furlong. Adios Jojo recaptures and opens up by 3. Atmospheric River, Seas of Normandy, but it's going to be Adios Jojo to win it. Seas of Normandy was second. Atmospheric River followed. Veritas Aquitas on the outside. Then we go back to Creative Home, Jimmy B, and Jintong. Time of the race, 1:36 and 36 1/100ths. See that Tiger goes in. Now the Budweiser. And runners away in the Budweiser Stakes. And with a burst of speed, Tax Code goes out for the early lead, chased away by See That Tiger. From the outside, prompted is Rondolito. They're in stride with Bilotti, and Slew's Tiz Whiz is just up to the outside, 3 off the rail, but they're only 3.5 front to back as they sprint for the far turn in the Budweiser. 22:57. They've just over 3/8 of a mile to go. And from the inside, Tax Code is adjoined by See That Tiger, and those two locked up midway round the turn. Rondolito is back in third. Slews Tiz Wiz called upon from the outside in Bellotti. They run to the top of the stretch now and head for home in the Budweiser. Tex Code is at the inside. See that Tiger pressing from the outside. Slews Tiz Wiz chasing in third, but Tex Code's on top of his game. Tex Code wins the Budweiser. See that Tiger was second. Slews Tiz Wiz to Bellotti and Rondolita. They stopped the clock in 1 minute 8 and 31 100ths.
There they go. Field of 7, fillies and mares sent on the way in the Hastings Handicap. And Aloha Breeze is quick at the break and on the early lead. I'm a Margarita Girls up on the outside. Trying to drive up the inside is Young Life Laura. From the far outside, Precise Timing. Stay Sassy's in between runners. The gray at the rail is Sharp Ride, leaving the early trailer. Celine's GT. Past the half-mile marker they go. And Aloha Breeze gets a clear lead. Leads it by a length and a half. On the outside is Young Life Laura. Skimming the rail now is Sharp Ride in third. Length and a half back, I'm a Margarita Girl. Precise Timing. Then it's back to Stay Sassy and Celine GT. That opening quarter went up in 21 and 4. And a quarter mile to home. And it's Aloha Breeze. She's out there now. Clear by 4, by 5. And down the lane they come in the Hastings Handicap. It's Aloha Breeze exuding her class. Opening up by 6. I'm a Margarita Girl trying to close up. Stay Sassy. Deep stretch now. It is Aloha Breeze running away from the field. Stay Sassy trying to hold second. Aloha Breeze to capture the Hastings Handicap. Stay Sassy second. Celine GT comes from last to capture third. Followed by Young Life Laura, Sharp Ride, Precise Timing, and I'm a Margarita Girl. Final time 108 and 80 100ths.
And runners away in the Auburn. Good start for Chase along the inside, who broke away smartly. Here comes now Cato right after the leader. Holy Surprise situated third early on. Blackberry Jam sets up fourth on the outside. Crossbone moves on at the rail. Then comes Senor Tequilas about 5 off the beat. We'll drop back another 3 further back to Can't Catch This Cat with Robin Racer. And they're into the far turn, 3/8 away. Chase on the lead by a half. Now Cato is pressing from the outside. We'll drop back 3 to Crossbone, now into third. Holy Surprise up from the outside of that. Can't Catch This Cat looking to gain at the inside with Robin Racer. They round the turn and run for home now. Headlong for home. Now Cato is up there to challenge. On the inside, Chase, though, is shaken loose. And Chase is opened up by 2.5 or 3. Here comes Crossbone on the attack from the outside. Robin Racer flying late. Chase hangs on. Chase wins the Auburn. Fast closing, Robin Racer second. Crossbone was third. Senor Tequilas followed. Blackberry Jam the outside. Further back to Holy Surprise, racing third last. And runners away in the Seattle Stakes. Good start on the outside for Malibu Lady and Alluring Valentine, but quickly falling leaves. Darts right to the lead. Then we go back to Subtle Shimmer running on mid-pack. 2 Sassies at the rail. 2 more back to Bewitching Joy. Prompted from between horses, Southern Anton. Then South Bay. Up to the outside comes Tippy Tap as they take it into the far turn, 3/8 of a mile away. And Falling Leaves and Carlos Montalvo have opened up a wide margin on the field. Alluring Valentine is in pursuit. Malibu Lady from the outside. 2 Sassy called upon, but 8 away. A quarter mile to go. Falling Leaves comes off the turn in front by 4 or 5 lengths as they straighten their way down the stretch. A furlong to go. and Falling Leaves leads the way. On the outside, Subtle Shimmer cutting into the margin, and here comes Bewitching Joy. Bewitching Joy rising to the occasion. Bewitching Joy takes the Seattle. Falling Leaves was second to Subtle Shimmer. Alluring Valentine, Southern Anton followed. Malibu Lady from the outside, Tippy Tap, Too Sassy, and South Bay. Running time 1:10 and 5/100ths. They are in the gate. And runners away. They're off in tightly knit fashion. Good start for Spicy Rosso, who surged away. Infernal Tory rushing to the front with Donata. Those two match up in the immediate going. Then we'll go back to Circle of Fire next. Prompted is Gary's Echo. Spicy Rosso beginning to drop out of it. Do you hear yourself moving through at the rail? Gold Lane, Big Brother Ron up to the outside. Roxy Secret gaining from second last, and around the turn they go with Infernal Tory just in front. Donata is right there. They move as one. Do you hear yourself? Gets a green light and quickly is into third with a quarter mile to go. They run to the top of the stretch. Donata the outside, Infernal Tory at the inside, and Do You Hear Yourself trying to reel in the leaders with a furlong to go. Donata the inside. Here comes Do You Hear Yourself into the final 16th now. Do You Hear Yourself from the outside, just a nose in front. Donata fights back, but it's Do You Hear Yourself to win the nightcap. 3 parts of a length in front of Donata, close on the show. Big Brother Ron was there, Circle of Fire, Roxy Secret as well. Back of that tier came Gold Lane to Spicy Rosso. Shuffling further back to Gary's Echo. Running time of the race was 1:05 and 22/100ths.